Well, ladies and gents, Chris Pine explains why the franchise needs to stop trying to copy Marvel Studios' Star Trek franchise, that is. And yeah, I mean, literally everyone wants a piece of that cinematic universe, that piece of that pie. Oh, yummy, yummy pie. Money, money, money. This is fascinating because, I mean, well, one, this comes from Chris Pine, who was in discussions to sign up to the new movie. Unconfirmed that he's even signed on at this point, even though they announced it. So this is interesting, actually. It's interesting that he's come out and said all of this stuff, because it makes you wonder at what stage they are in the discussions, really. Whether they're anywhere ahead or they're not. Despite once again finding great success on television, the Star Trek... Great success! Give over. The Star Trek franchise has stalled somewhat on the big screen in recent years. For a time, it looked like we'd seen the last of the actors who brought these characters to life in the new timeline, introduced in 2009 reboot, but Paramount Pictures has finally started setting in motion plans to continue that story. Even though no one is actually signed on, because that's how you make movies, didn't you know? So Chris Pine, who played Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond, spoke to Deadline. There's not much else past it, by the way. The Deadline article is not that great. It's like, this is the excerpt. This is fine. And shared his take on why a new approach is needed for the series. Primarily, he believes they need to move away from trying to emulate Marvel Studios. Alright, so let's see, shall we? We always try to get the huge international market, Pine recalled. It was always about making the $1 billion, which that is what everyone wants now. Can we make $1 billion? Can we make $1 billion? Billion. That's what everyone wants. That is that's the marker that everyone's trying to hit. It was always this $1 billion mark because Marvel was making $1 billion. Billion. We struggled with it because Star Trek, for whatever reason, its core audience is rabid. Like rabid, as you know. To get these people that are interested, that maybe are Star Wars fans, or think Star Trek is not cool, or whatever, proven to be, we've definitely done a good job of it, but not the $1 billion kind of job that they want. There's some interesting wording here, right? Really, really interesting wording. We struggled with it because Star Trek, for whatever reason, its core audience is rabid, like rabid, as you know. To get these people that are interested, that maybe are Star Wars fans, or think Star Trek is not cool or whatever, proven to be not cool? What? We've definitely done a good job of it, or maybe saying proven to be, we've definitely done a good job of it. It's a very weird way to say what he's trying to say. But never mind. But basically saying, yeah, we could never hit the $1 billion mark, right? Not the $1 billion kind of job that they want. And it's just what everyone's wanted since Marvel started to hit it. I understand. Of course you'd want, who wouldn't want $1 billion? That'd be great. I've always thought that Star Trek should operate in the zone that is smaller. Yes. Yes, Chris, you get it. You understand. You know why? Because it doesn't need these huge astronomical budgets. I mean, it was made on... It wasn't really made for much before, was it, in fairness? It can absolutely be made for smaller. It doesn't need to be this big universe-breaking thing every single movie. That's why, like, where do you go when every single movie, it's a universe, you know, the universe is at risk, or Starfleet's at risk, or the Enterprise gets destroyed each bloody time. So yeah, operating in a zone that is smaller makes perfect sense. You know, it's not a Marvel appeal. Perfect, good, you know exactly what it is. And it's not, it doesn't need to be. It's like, and FYI, just as an aside, Star Trek is absolutely appealing. It can make loads and loads of money. But does it cross the audiences like a Marvel movie does. No, not really. You know, Marvel's and comic book movies is what I'm meaning in general, are the new thing. That's what everyone wants to do. Yes, that's it. Comic book movies. Everyone loves them. It's the in thing right now. Science fiction's, sci-fi films have been on the decline for a little while. So Star Trek needs to adjust to that. You know? Paramount does. It's like, let's make the movie for the people that love this group of people. That love this story. That love Star Trek. I mean, this guy just gets it, doesn't he? This, Chris Pine, this is who Paramount need to hire. Get bloody Alex Kurtzman off the TV shows. Get J.J. Abrams off the movies. Get Chris Pine on board. Let's just make the movie for the people that love this group of people. That love this story. That love Star Trek. Yeah. Wow. Who'd have thought Chris Pine would be the dude that you're singing praises on? Because he just understands fundamentally that movies should be made for the, for the fans. God damn. Let's make it for them. And then, if people want to come to the party, great. But make it for a price and make it so that if it makes $500 million, that's really good. Oh my God, an actor that is not stupid. Jesus. Make it for a price and make it so that if it makes $1 billion, that's really good. Right, perfect. What a dude. What an absolute legend. And do you know what he's saying here? He's saying, look, we've got 3 movies in the can. We know they don't make $1 billion. So stop making them for such an insane budget. Okay? Adjust the budget down. So given the track record of what they bring home, so that your profit margins are better. I mean, this is just basic profit and loss. Oh my God, this guy's... What a dude. What an absolute dude. He gets it. He absolutely gets it. He absolutely gets it. Now, there's a further expansion to this. He says, but we operate on a system now, which I don't know how much longer we have, if you have to spend $500 million on a film to reach. Even if you have to pay all sorts of people back, so to make $1 billion, it's like you haven't even, $1 billion is the gross, you haven't brought your net in. So I mean, if I had my business suit on, that's what I would do, but I don't know where that is. That's all above my pay grade. I mean, who'd have thought? Who would have thought that Chris Pine would fundamentally understand basic profit and loss like every other actor apparently does not? Wow, wow, wow. We operate in a system now, which I don't know how much longer we have, if you have to spend $500 million on a film to reach, even if you have to pay all sorts of people back, so to make $1 billion, it's like you haven't even... $1 billion is the gross. You haven't brought your net in. So, I mean, if I had my business suit on, that's what I would do. Ah, what a legend. What an absolute legend. Genuinely, that's fantastic. He gets it. He understands it. He absolutely understands it. And sitting there saying, Pine is right in saying that Star Trek doesn't have the same sort of fan base as Star Wars. And his ideas about how best to capitalise on that makes sense. A lower budgeted project that's aimed at fans stands a better chance of appealing to hardcore fans. Unlike the glossy Star Trek Beyond, for example, and if it's a great movie, then non-fans are likely to go in and check it out. Yeah, because the word of mouth will be so strong. But no fans are talking about these movies because they're crap. That's great. What a legend. Again, they're saying, the franchise has certainly increased in popularity because of TV shows. No one wants them. Anyway, what do you guys think? I'm not going to hide it. I'm really surprised that we're getting this sort of stuff from Chris Pine. I mean, he just gets it. But what does this tell you about where they are in the discussions? Because to me, I'm none the wiser. He's not been confirmed that he's on board for Star Trek 4. Obviously, one of the things which was a big clincher as to why that film never got made ages ago was money. They weren't going to pay him what he was contracted. So, yeah. And now he's bringing up money again. Interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Love to have you here more often. Cheers, guys. Take care.